After morning. How are we all doing? Welcome into twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads. My name is Graham Day, and I'm joined by, well, you people. Hey, how you doing? I'm also joined by Mr. Bib. Alright, Bib.
Sorry, mate, I'm just getting this festive bakewell tart out of my mouth.
I did see you take a bite just as the countdown was coming down, and I was thinking, jealous. I mean,
it's a good game, mate. Very good game. Mr. Kipling.
Got myself a Costa coffee on the go, so I'm not too bad. But see Bib chowing down on the... is it one of the, like... Is it the ones that's got, like... It looks like a cherry bakewell, but it's got the sprinkly stuff on the top of it kind of thing. I love those. Big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan.
I mean, I love... I'm a big guy, you know. Man loves the cake. But Battenbergs and cherry bakewells, unrivaled. I mean, if you have a cherry bakewell flapjack, I mean, that's just like two worlds colliding. Amazing stuff. But cherry bakewells on the road or a Battenberg, yes, please. Yes, please, every day of the week.
100%. It's liquid. No, solid amaretto. That's what it is. Vice versa. Amaretto is basically liquid versions of them, is what I was kind of trying to say, but backwards.
Yep.
So yeah, that's me all day. Absolutely 100%. I'll take all that. I am slightly distracted though, so I am, because I'm trying to do the Instagram post. What we're going to do, because this was the plan all along, is to go to Big Bib screen so we can see Coco Cam.
Well, see, she pokes her head through. Nope, I can see an eye. She's just making sure that I'm still here for the other side.
How did you get on?
Oh, she's making an appearance.
Oh, hey, there she is.
I am going to be ordering a webcam within the next couple of days for. I mean, I've mentioned this a few times in my streams, and maybe not when we're doing the scoop, but I will be changing my room around. So what you see now will be gone after Christmas. In terms of what we've got on the wall here, that will be staying, but the room will just be from a different perspective. I will be ordering another camera just for Coco's bed. So if you want Coco Cam, with the nice flick of a button, you'll be able to see a lovely head in bed, because that's where she spends 95% of her day.
I love that. I mean, I mentioned it before that we are looking at, we've got no plans specifically to get a dog, but we are looking at getting a dog, with the idea being that there could be a dog bed just down here next to me. So if I flick to alt cam, don't know if the room's a shit tip, it probably is. Oh, my alt cam's dead. Never mind, let's go back to me. Great. Don't know why the alt cam didn't work. Is it kaput? It's on. What the hell? Okay, let me try again. Alt cam.
Is the alt cam the one behind you?
Okay, it's because it's on to you in Discord. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, let me turn that off. So yeah, anyway, that alt cam, which is up there behind me, I was going to put it down here if we have a dog or anything like that. So that I like the fact that we'd have consistency there. We'd have like Coco Cam and Doggo Cam, whatever the dog would be. Yeah, consistency. Get it. Let's go. How did we get on last night with Skyrim, Bib? Did I ask you that already?
Yeah. Well, we talked about it off air. I was saying I was absolutely knackered yesterday. I was running on fumes, so I was hoping that it was going to be a jam-packed episode, and yeah, it absolutely delivered. We took down, I think it was 4 dragons. We accidentally joined the Thieves Guild, which we will be disbanding and not continuing with, because I don't want to play in the Thieves Guild. We got into a
that
fight
sounds
with
like
the
an
Imperial
esports
soldiers.
acquisition. Do we get like an announced Bibby or something post or something?
No. Well, you probably won't see it because I'll be nicking it. I'll be stealing it. Yeah, we ended up having a fight with the Imperial Guards as well, which is not good. Yeah, I wanted to join the Dawn Guard, but we'll see. But anyway, we spent an hour and a half in a particular cave doing a particular mission for the. I can't remember the name of the mask, but anyway, yeah, it was a jam-packed episode. It was definitely worth playing through, and it kind of perked me up because that's what I needed. We had an episode maybe 3 episodes ago where it was just monotonous side missions that we was doing. It was like travel here, deliver this, travel here, deliver this. But yesterday was a banger. It was a banger, and Timeless was there pretty much the entire way through as well, spurring me on as I go deeper into the caves of Skyrim.
Well, I tuned in as you was teabagging a dragon, so there was that. Yeah,
he didn't want the smoke, did he? He didn't want it.
Can't handle the smoke. Let me jump through the chat and see who's here. Tito was in nice and early. Hey, as was Mr. Precision TV dropping the OP3 even before we'd started the infomercial. So I shit myself as I went OP3 with the voice mod. Let's go.
I shit himself.
He did then, though, say, Bibby's fart sounded the most airy of all time. GG on having a baggy arsehole, mate.
I mean, thank you.
That was the... like in the countdown video. If you've not seen the countdown video, then you're missing out. That's why you get here nice and early. Get the notifications on. Get in nice and early. Jobs are good and nice. Timeless. Good after morning. How are we doing? Very good of you to hold off again until after my conference call. We got you. We got you, Ted Knott. We got you all day. Tito doesn't want to be referred to as Tito anymore. He wants to be called Ted Knott. Because he's TEAD and a knot at the end. And if that was Dreadnought, you'd say it's Dreadnought, so it's Ted Knott. We figured this out yesterday. He 100% agrees with it. And chat has spoken, so it is what it is. You just got to do that thing. Like, did you see that we made Nietzscheo? We didn't mean to make Nietzscheo, but we made Nietzscheo change his name the other day on Xbox Live.
Well, I didn't know this until he came in yesterday and told me that, and I was confused. And then it was like, it's because I've gifted 132 subs. I was like, well, that makes sense. And he went, he also said, well, I probably should have stopped at 1, 2, 3, like Graham said, because that would have made more sense. I was like, yeah, well, I told you to stop at 50, and you carried on.
I said, it was like, David, Fat Man Dave 8472, you've got a few subs to go, yeah. Not Tito, Carson. Hey, how's things, dude? How you doing?
Welcome
in. Bibs, I got a purple one with an extra shot from Costa the Goat. Good shout. Also, Bakewell, get in my belly. Do you know, I've still not had one of the purple ones. I forget. I go to Costa and I just go flat white because latte. Okay, great. All of the extra milk. Give me that. So I don't even think. I just open up my app. Boom, flat white. Boom, send to a different shop that I'm not even going to, and then do it again and send it to the shop that I'm actually going to. If anyone knows that story, GG's. If not, I'm not going to explain it again. But yeah, what a lovely big dog. I'm assuming that's me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. New dog. Bye, new dog.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Go on then. So yeah, when we get new followership, when you get that want to become famous, buy followers at buyfollowers.com. We've now got the exclamation mark famous. What do you mean become famous? We're the famous ICU. Bit of football chantage, Laura in there with the famous ICU. Anyway, so yeah, exclamation mark famous. Piss off, ghost. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh God, what a film. What a film.
Timeless says, I enjoyed my rimming last night. Very much, sir, baby. Thank you, sir. I will return for more down the road. Get a cat. Easier and can be left alone. We had a cat, but he died. Timeless. Thanks for bringing that back up. It was only just a few months ago. I was trying to get over it, but you've just had to mention it. Honestly, yeah, honestly. It was awesome. It was awesome. But yeah, Russell died in July, sadly. So we had a cat for 14 years. So we've absolutely ruined it. Absolutely. Just always. It's fine. I'm over it. It's fine. I don't bother you about it. Stop mentioning. No, yeah, we had Russell. He left us in July. To be fair, it looked like he left us a couple of years ago, but no one actually told him, and then he did actually leave us in July. His last couple of years, he did look a bit haggard. So yeah, we're getting a dog next. Soon-ish, maybe, potentially, probably. Saying it like it's a dead cert fact. It's not dead cert. I'd never mention cats in front of me is delicate. Thanks, Precision. At least you care. Sorry, lost one this year too. We lost ours in June. It's just not a good year for cats. Clearly, God damn it. But anyway, we'll put a pin in that. Not in the cat. We wouldn't recommend that because that's not legal. So don't do that. It's not nice either. I'll post Daisy down to you. Do it. Just big envelope shunting its way down the hallway. What the
fragile written on the side.
Oh, bless. Anyway, we are here not to talk about posting pets. We wouldn't recommend that either, by the way. Manhattan, hey, welcome in. Thank you very much for getting involved in the chat first time. How are you doing? Nietzscheo says hello there. Can we get an exclamation mark Nietzscheo in the chat? I feel like it needs to be done. He did it last night. Wednesday night. Scared the shit out of me. So, Nietzscheo 132. Nice. So, yeah. Hello there. There we go. Let's go.
Hello there.
So yeah, we are here to talk about video games. If you've never been in this stream before, my name is Graham. This is Bib. We are Ice Cream Uploads, and in true Ice Creamy fashion, this is The Scoop, the UK's #1 video game podcast, if we do say so ourselves. Nice. We are here to bring you your daily dose of news from the world of video games and beyond, with the biggest, the best, and the breaking stories from the world of video games. We'll give you our thoughts and impressions on those stories. We then want to hear your thoughts and impressions on those stories. We then want your thoughts and impressions on our thoughts and impressions. That's kind of how the whole show works. So do get involved if you are with us live on Twitch, where we go live each and every single weekday at 10 a.m.
Massive-ish.
But yes, do get involved. Even though it's not quite 10 a.m., do get involved in the chat, and it's important that you do, because we are live on Twitch, but the live stream gets turned into a podcast, a video that goes on YouTube, an audio podcast on iTunes and Spotify and SoundCloud and Google Play. Over 105,000 people have listened to that audio podcast and that video podcast, so make sure you do get involved, because a lot of people want to know what you've got to say, right? So honestly, just get involved, right? Yeah, all right, yeah. All right, yeah. Before we go any further, do you love me? Let me remind you that we have a loot drop. So subscribers get prizes on Ice Cream Uploads. All you need to do is be a subscriber on the first Monday-ish of the month. So the next loot drop would usually be on the 3rd of December. That's the first Monday, 3rd of January. That's the first Monday of the month. However, we aren't actually going to be in an operational on the 3rd, not until the Monday after. So it's probably going to be the 10th of January. Obviously, we will announce that on social media so you know when the actual loot drop and runs from until. Either way, if you subscribe to the channel any time from now, you will be in the January loot drop. So yeah, do feel free to get involved. There is a Discord as well, !Discord if you want to jump in our Discord. You need to be in that to claim the prize. You don't necessarily need to be in the Discord all the time, but you do need to be in there to claim the prize. We did have a message in Discord from Spike the other day, actually, who had a good comment saying, 24 hours, is that enough time for people to get into Discord to claim their prize? I see his point. I will be open to discussion on that. The reason it was put for 24 hours is because we want to reward people that are active members of the community. That said, if Spike is an active member of the community, and he's been around forever, and he doesn't check the Discord every 24 hours, he could miss out on that. So what do you guys think? If you do think we should give it like a 48-hour period or something, 48 hours is enough, right? Would 48 hours be enough? I'm just thinking, like, if we did the draw and it went to Spike and he didn't see it, and we gave him nudges and stuff and he still didn't see it and didn't come in, 48 hours is a good period for that. But I'm more thinking of, let's say we did the draw and random sub 12 gets the prize and just never sees it because they don't bother coming in the stream. They only got the sub because Nietzsche 132 gave out 132 more subs. At that point in time, like, do we just wait 24? Do we wait 48 hours to then draw again to get random sub 69? Giggity. And then another 48 hours, does it become a bit drawn out? So have a discussion in the Discord. Do let us know your thoughts. We aren't set on exactly how that is going to work. We will choose how that works, obviously, because it's our say. Our say is final, but we do want your input. So in the Discord, get involved in the conversation, and we'll go from there. The other thing to mention, shout out to ! Insert coin, as we got these little things. Yeah, look at this, baby. This is the Insert Coin 2021 festive pin badge. It's a Christmas jumper. Yay. So we got that because we are part of the coin army. We do stream over on Insert Coin's channel. ! Insert Coin, if anyone could just type that in the chat. That will give you the link to Insert Coin's channels. Plus, it will also let you know that you can get 20% off all merch from them. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to if you don't want to. But if you do, you will get 20% off. We don't earn anything on that 20% code, by the way. That's just a code for you guys to get something extra. So don't feel like you have to use it or whatever. Only if you want to use it. Nice.
That's
yeah, Mr. Bib. Shall we get involved in the news?
Sure, Graham. I think we should. I think it's time.
It's time. Okay, well, today's news, and once again, I'll say this again. I'm going to be honest with you. We've got 3 episodes of The Scoop left if you include today's. That means there's 2 next week. Monday and Tuesday next week might be a little bit sparse with news, so we'll just treat it as a little bit of an ease up. If that's the case, we'll have a little bit of a conversation, a bit of a laugh, a bit of a joke. Nice. Today, however, is not one of those days. We've got some good stories in today's news, and they're actually, it's good because we're getting to see culminations of stories that we've been talking about for months on the channel as well, across the news today. So Warzone, if you guys have played it, it's a good game. Nice-ish. It's got a shitload of cheating problems at the moment. However, they launched Ricochet, and the anti-cheat system has gone live and has led to tons of bans. Cheaters are getting banned en masse in Warzone now, which is things you love to see. That is where we'll kick off the show today. We will then jump into an update on yesterday's conversation. We had a big conversation about NFTs yesterday, particularly in relation to Stalker 2. They were planning to sell an NFT which allows you to be an NPC in the game. So you basically can buy the opportunity to have your face featured in the game. That was essentially what they were doing through NFTs and a bunch of other stuff. They have had a big reversal on that following the backlash. So we will jump into that as our second story. The third story, another story that's a culmination. So Warzone Ricochet, we've spoken about before. Stalker 2's NFTs, we've spoken about before. And now CD Projekt Red has had to pay out $1.85 million to settle a lawsuit with investors who basically said that they lied and bullshitted and said, we want you to invest in this really good game that's going to be perfect. And then they released a subpar game. So they've had to spend $1.85 million to settle. Elsewhere, and this is something else we've spoken about before, massive Back for Blood patch brings offline progression, rebalance, and all 3 difficulties and more. So basically, Back for Blood, which was awesome, gets even better. Nice.
Yeah. And
then what we're finishing up with, Bib, what do we like to do on a Friday?
Well, it's usually a free game Friday.
That's a different thing.
Yeah, usually it's a free game Friday segment. However, this is, I think personally, a lot better than a free game Friday because this is much more in your control rather than something that's being given to you.
Oof. So exciting, better than Free Game Friday. That's what we will close the show out. So if you're after some freebies, stick around for that. We'll give you the information. But for now, we'll jump into the first story of the day, which is written by Connor Makar at VG247. It says, Warzone Ricochet anti-cheat has gone live and cheaters are getting banned en masse. There's plenty of catharsis to be found online now that cheaters are being caught by the new Ricochet anti-cheat. You may have seen our social posts basically saying that Call of Duty Warzone is cheat-free. Nice little bit of clickbait for you there. Not quite, but still. The long-awaited Ricochet anti-cheat has gone live in Call of Duty Warzone worldwide and is sweeping through the population of cheaters looking online, both on social media and forums. Players are being banned en masse. For those who don't know, Ricochet anti-cheat is kernel-level software, which we've spoken about quite a lot over the last few months, that has been released across all versions of Call of Duty Warzone and Vanguard, the purpose of which is to crack down on the cheating problem that has been rampant for a while now within the series. While there have been existing tools used to deal with cheaters in the Call of Duty titles, they've frankly been lackluster when faced against the efforts of these cheaters. That being said, Ricochet seems to be off to a great start, wiping out accounts found to be using illicit software in droves. I'll come back to the tweet from Modern Warzone that's embedded there in just a second. I'll keep going. So while this is obviously great to see and cheaters getting clapped is a worthy cause for applause, it's worth mentioning that this doesn't mean that the cheating problem is gone for good. Already, there are videos circulating of people bypassing Ricochet, and taking a quick gander on cheating forums where this software is distributed will show numerous providers claiming they're working around it at this very moment. Looking at the official Call of Duty blog post on the topic, they make it clear that the introduction of Ricochet is just the beginning, and the team behind the anti-cheat will continue to monitor the situation. As it stands, the cat and mouse game between cheaters and Call of Duty developers will continue, but this is certainly a blow against many out there who make use of dodgy software for an unfair advantage. For more Warzone coverage, look at places. We don't need to go about that stuff. Let's just jump back to the Modern Warzone tweet. I've not actually read this, so it could be a bit of a repetition, so I'll go through it anyway. Cheaters are down horrendous after the Ricochet kernel level driver went live worldwide in #Warzone. And then there is a screenshot of, I'm assuming that's a forum post. Hello, I have a question and that I don't know the answer to. I got HWID ban on the main account, which is a permanent ban. I tried to set up new accounts and everything was blocked. I let it go for almost a year. Yesterday, I bought a brand new computer. I tried to play Warzone again, set up a new account. I did not log into any of the old ones. And unfortunately, the account was suspended immediately. I did not change the monitor, mouse, or keyboard. What went wrong? Oh, sorry, mate. I didn't realise that might have come across as you know, unsympathetic. Okay, big thoughts.
I love the fact that people have gone to the like they've just outed themselves genuinely with this, haven't they? Like they had no idea that this was well. Maybe they was just being a bit naive that they wouldn't get caught out with this stuff. We mentioned loads of times about video game companies that managed to put stuff in like anti-piracy stuff. Most famously for me was the Batman one where you couldn't move, where you couldn't travel across the poison room. It would just, your cape would just drop and you'd hit the ground and you'd die and you couldn't get past that part. Absolutely love that stuff. And these people are just basically idiots, aren't they? Going to a forum and saying, why can't I do this? But they're leaving out the bit that they've been cheating and stuff like that, and they've had loads of stuff installed on the PC, and then they've been IP banned, which is fantastic. But yeah, this is mint. I mean, shout out to Westy as well, because his video made that article. That was a video that was embedded on that. But yeah, this is just the start. As it said, thousands of accounts have been banned from this now. I hope it's just not an account ban. I mean, at this moment in time, it would be amazing if it was just an account ban, but if it was an IP ban, that would be even better. Horrible if you live in a family full of people who are actually playing the game honestly. But yeah, it's at this moment it's just collateral damage in it. The account ban would be amazing, especially if they've been playing for so long and they've managed to have whatever level up they're up to and stuff like that. And they've been going through battle pass, they've been buying skins, but they've just been winning and got a ridiculous record from cheating their way to the top. Having an account ban would be devastating for that particular person. But this is just the beginning. This is going to be to and fro, and like it's in the article again, it's going to be cat and mouse. People are going to find ways to be able to get around it. And again, the article states that people have already been able to do that. They've been going onto these cheater forums, and people have been managed to find ways to get around it. So it'll be right. We'll put something in, thousands get banned. We'll put something on our forum, thousands of people manage to get through. Then thousands of people get banned. Then 1,000 people will be able to get. It's just going to be the same over and over again. No anti-cheat is completely perfect. So this is just going to be an ever-evolving circle. But at this moment in time, 1,000 people have been banned. Massive thumbs up for actually starting to deliver on trying to make this game a lot fairer across the player base. Hello?
I muted my mic. Never mind, it's fine. I moved my microphone and muted it. Good plans. I mean, that's the amazingness, the quality, and also the downside if you're a Muppet of the Wave 3 microphone. You can mute it without even effort, but you can also mute it without effort. God damn it. So yeah, it's like watching tennis. Like the clip that you will see on tennis, where if you watch the crowds where all the heads go like, it's like, okay, they've just served. It's now. Ricochet has just served. It's now the cheater's turn to return. And at the moment, they're fumbling the shot, or you've got to wait for the return to go back over. And it will do. They will find workarounds, as it mentions within that forum. And the cat and mouse is the perfect phrase for it, because that's all it is. There is no, that's it, we've turned cheating off. If that was the case, nothing would have cheats in it. Love to see it. Love to see it. I love the scramble of people being daft enough to put cheats on and not really know the implications. I didn't realise that if I'd have cheated, that I would have got banned forever. It's like, well, how, mate? That's just the risk that you run. That is the risk. If you don't like it, it's tough. It just is what it is. I'm jumping back up through the chat. Where did we go to? Oh, scroll too far. I thought 24 was fine, but I'm on here in Discord most of the time. Yeah, maybe 48 is more fair. I thought 24 with discretion would be fine. You know who your active members are. I can't imagine, for example, if Spike won and it was 36 hours later, you would turn him down. The only thing is, though, is like, it's not a case of like, would we turn him down? This, by the way, if you're missing this, that is a conversation regarding the loot drop. So we've said that we'll just let anyone win. You don't have to be in the Discord. But the idea of the Discord previously was so that people would know. And naturally, if people are in the stream, they will get told. And we will post about it in the Discord. And they will get tagged and stuff like that if they're in the Discord. So if they're an active member of the community, ideally, we'd all tell each other and go, hey, you've got the prize, nice. Rather than being, oh, shit, if he doesn't notice, I might get another chance at winning it kind of thing. So that's the reason I went for 24 hours. But that's, it was kind of, to reward that. That said, just because they're active doesn't necessarily mean that they're active in the Discord. So I'm not necessarily like hard sold on that right now. So I'm happy to have more conversations. As mentioned, we'll continue that in the Discord. Timeless says, ha ha ha, good to see it's working. Looking forward to diving back into Back 4 Blood 2. Tito says, free gay, raw men at last. That was, for anyone that's jumping in that one, that was Bibby's, what did you actually say? Free something, and it was a verbal slip. He said free gay, so there you go. I said, no, that's something else. Whatever happened to Raw Men, by the way? Raw Men is a game, by the way, as well. Whatever happened to that? Because it lived and died in about 30 seconds. I've not seen it. Bacon Chin! Hello there, boys. Nearly a Merry Scoopness. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, morning,
mate. Tito says, I'm gutted for them, the cheaters. I know, it's a shame. It's a shame. Bless them. And then the One Chin, to which Timeless says, what did I just watch? Was that in response to One Chin? Have you never seen One Chin before? Tragedy. And you call yourself a viewer. That's, I can't believe it. Yikes.
Yikes.
If he gets enough of the sprinkles to apply for mod, instant deny. If you don't even know what One Chin is, and he wants
get rid of him, Graham.
Honestly, I don't even know what One Chin is. Honestly, Lotus will tell you. I mean, Lotus clipped it. Lotus will tell you, or Kane, or anyone else that watches the channel regularly that know about it. It's fine. If you don't know, you don't know. Sorry. I was just thinking about singing a song, and there you go. Lotus liked it and clipped it. Nice. Tito, what the hell? What the One Chin clip, or was it the raw men stuff? Because to be fair, it is a what the hell moment if you've just dropped in. Google it, G. Google what? What am I googling? I can't remember what I'm googling. Google.
Oh, the raw men stuff, I think.
Oh, okay. I'll do it off stream. I'm not going to do it on stream. Back into the subject there. Warzone Ricochet anti-cheat has gone live. I'm a big fan. Big fan. I love seeing people scrabble for answers. I've done something. I've done something that I didn't expect to have the same repercussions that I'm having now. It's tough. People bought Call of Duty to play a game. Or didn't. They bought Warzone. Or they maybe have bought, they downloaded Warzone, but maybe they bought a season pass, whatever. They could have just invested time, not money. It doesn't matter. People have invested something into playing this game and didn't expect your repercussions to shit on them. They didn't expect to be feeling crap because some guys just SMG'd them out the sky on the drop, like Tito was saying the other day, from 1,000,000 meters away. Tough. They didn't expect those repercussions, but couldn't do anything about it. And if you didn't realize that you cheating a year ago was going to get you banned now, tough. That's just what it is. Don't cheat. Rules is rules. Eggs is eggs. Bans is bans. I have no sympathy for you whatsoever. Love to see it. I want to see more. I want to see more. Please, if you've been banned for stuff and you've posted messages like these, I don't know why I've been banned. All I did was cheat. It's tough. The funniest thing is, though, is when you see people cheat and they say it like it. To quote the famous Rafiki, it doesn't matter. It's in the past. Lion King reference, by the way. It's like I did it ages ago. It's like, yeah, well, you're still a bacon chin. Yeah, stay frosty. Yeah, interesting though. That should have come up with a different sound for the gifties. But thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. Sneaky Badger, JD, enjoy the gifted sub. If you're in the chat, do feel free to say thank you to Bacon Chin because it's only fair. It's only nice. I love how dumb people are. Twitter has hundreds of people admitting to cheating with a single tweet. It's daft. It's daft, and you love to see just swift ban hammer.
Oh, this is happening to me too.
Yeah, I don't know why. All I did was use instant headshot Activision aim lock through the wall. No, get out from it. Get out. Ricochet sounds good. Will be interesting to see how the cheaters bounce back from this. Ricochet bounce back. You love to see it. And in true fashion, Tito, the Christmas Grinch, instantly stopping people trying to have a good time. Get out, just like he does when I start singing on stream. Get out. There's no place for such negativity. Honestly. Christmas gift. Thank you very much, Bacon Chin. I appreciate it. And I'm sure Sneaky Badger does too. Appreciate anyone that drops the gifties. Do you know what? That actually takes us very close to our all-time record again. We are 154. I think our record for subs was like 163 or something like 168, something like that. Or 155. It's just ticked up. That one didn't count. So 155, which is madness. Thank you very much. Genuinely appreciate the level of support. You'll love to see it. Love to see it. Trying to think what we on. Oh, it says it there. So we are 20 subs away from the next emote slot. So this, I imagine we've still got a few days left on that as well with the rest of the month. So we might even by the end of the month unlock a new sub slot before it starts to drop down. You love to see it. Thank you very much for the support. Genuinely appreciate it.
Legends.
Yeah, huge. So Warzone Ricochet anti-cheat has gone live. It isn't flawless, despite us trying to tease you in, because we were kind of hoping people would come in and go, "Ooh, I want to know the news. It's flawless. It works." Or people will go, "It's fucking not flawless. I got cheated last night." Because I did see some people posting yesterday that it was cheating. It was still apparent that cheaters were activating within the game. I don't know if that is one of those things where a lot of the past cheaters will get wiped, but some people kind of need to cheat presently to get done, or whether it works with the whole system or what. So it might take some time for the full effects of Ricochet to whittle through. It might not just be a turn it on and done. But people getting banned en masse for being shitheads is what the world needs to see. Hope Halo's anti-cheat is this good off the bat. Me too. And I think what Microsoft, obviously they're not going to be copying notes and source codes and stuff, but what Microsoft will have is the benefit of seeing the likes of the Valorants, the PUBGs, and the Warzones deploying their kernel level stuff first and seeing how things are being worked around. I wouldn't be surprised if 343 are not speaking to, not PUBG, because PUBG don't give a shit about anyone else, just themselves, but they may speak to Activision and go, do you know what? We work together. Activision does stuff with Xbox. Xbox does stuff with Activision. Obviously, PlayStation primarily because of the corporate relationships. But I wouldn't be surprised if they ask them, "Okay, what did you do? Do you fancy sharing some notes?" I wouldn't be surprised if those conversations.
And much as I'd love that to happen, I don't know if it would, because, like I mentioned yesterday about Courage leaving Call of Duty and he's going back to play Halo. That's massive for Halo because they will now take his 30,000 viewership over to go and watch the people play Halo instead. And I feel like that would be a small win for Halo. It'd be a win by default, but it's still a win because they'll have 30,000 more people potentially going in and downloading that game that potentially haven't before. So as much as I'd absolutely love all these companies to get together and say, what are your notes? What are your notes? Maybe we can create something that everybody can use. I don't know. I think behind closed doors, I think 343 might be going and just loving the fact that they're going to have all this brand new audience potentially come over and have a look at their game instead.
Yeah, it's
food for thought.
The other thing is the fact that do Activision just speak to anyone else anyway? They don't even speak to their own staff at the moment. So would you want to speak to Activision? That's the other thing. Let me just respond to Tito's comment. Says, does that mean you need to rename to Ice Cream Uploads 155? We could go for One's Crew 5 Blood 5.
Oh god, that's horrendous.
Just imagine if that was your name. Just you'd have to go through some sort of mental gymnastics just to be able to type your name into chat. Anyway, on that bombshell, let's move ahead. Warzone Ricochet. Ricochet. Nice. Warzone's Ricochet is decent. My pronunciation of it, though, not so much. Tell you what's not decent, NFTs in video games, or at least that's the way it's going right now. I'll still reaffirm, I'm not entirely against NFTs. I want to point that out. I'm not entirely against the idea of NFTs. I have not seen anything in the world of NFTs that I like, I will also add. So I'm firmly against everything I've seen, but I'm not against the idea of NFTs. And I was pretty much against, whilst it was one of the more harmless introductions of NFTs. Stalker 2 wanted to add an NFT to allow you to be a player in the metaverse. AKA, give us some money and we'll put your face in the game. That's what they're selling, basically. Rather than we can have some creative activity, some community engagement drivers to put you in the game, we'll sell it, which is straightforward capitalism. They've got something to sell and they want to sell it, and it will earn them money as an indie developer. Not the worst thing in the world, not the best thing. I don't feel it really justifies NFT inclusion, but there are worse NFTs out there. If anyone didn't see the Stan Lee stuff over the weekend, by the way, that stuff was atrocious. Go check out Stan Lee's Twitter. I don't know whether they deleted it or not. They should have done. But yeah, anyway, that's a different story altogether. We'll jump into this one for now, though. Ed Nightingale at Eurogamer has the story that Stalker 2 to include metaverse of NFTs. I'll jump down to the original story. So, Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl will include NFTs when it's released next year. Developer GSC Game World has announced its game will have its own metaverse that players can inhabit as a metahuman. That's the bit that we've just talked about. So, just giving you that bit. They wanted to put NFTs in the game. And now we jump forward to the article which has been updated, saying, following yesterday's announcement that Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl would introduce its own blockchain-driven metaverse, awash with NFTs, developer GSC Game World has reversed course in response to a significant backlash, confirming it'll be cancelling all its previously outlined NFT-related plans. In a post shared by the official Stalker Twitter account, GSC wrote, quote, "We hear you. Based on the feedback we received, we've made a decision to cancel anything NFT related in Stalker 2. The interests of our fans and players are the top priority for the team," it continued. "We're making this game for you to enjoy, whatever the cost is. If you care, we care too." An increasing number of developers and publishers have hopped aboard the NFT train in recent months, including Peter Molyneux, Dead by Daylight Studio Behavior Interactive, and Ubisoft with its new energy-efficient Quartz gaming platform, with plenty more expressing an interest in the technology. All these ventures have been met with considerable criticism from consumers and industry commenters alike, and in Ubisoft's case, even a trade union representing its own staff. But GSC Game World is the first one to publicly reverse its plans in the face of an intense backlash. Time will tell if others feel compelled to follow suit. Interestingly, it doesn't mention it within this article. Shout out to Next Gen Base as well. The boyos at Next Gen Base dropped links into our Discord, !Discord, at midnight-ish last night. I mean, that's when you know a news outlet is dedicated. A game's source is dedicated. When they're posting in someone's Discord at 12:05, you know that they're the real deal. Do check out Next Gen Base, Twitter, YouTube, all the places. Do it. Check it out. Anyway, Next Gen Base posted in the Discord a tweet from Stalker 2's social media. They basically said, look, we are a small studio. We wanted to do some stuff to generate income. We've seen your comments about it, just letting you know that we aren't doing anything that is gameplay related. It's all cosmetic. It doesn't have any impact on progression or anything like that. It's just cosmetic stuff. Which I applaud the sentiment behind that. Like I say, I'm not entirely against NFTs. I do think that they maybe have a place in the world of video games. I do feel it was still tacked on afterwards and didn't need to be there. Didn't really offer anything. Why use that as an NFT? What is the point of that? But I applaud their sentiment. They were trying to find a way to unlock a new revenue stream. But after posting this stuff out, they said, we've seen all your negativity. We're still going to go ahead with it because of these reasons. And they cited transparency. We want to be transparent. We have more stuff coming. So the stuff that you're already angry about, we have more than that coming. There's going to be loads of NFT stuff. None of it's going to be gameplay focused. And it's like, okay, I understand that you want to unlock revenue, but you're now saying you are lacing the game. It's going to be fully laden with all of these NFTs. Because you want to unlock extra revenue. You believe in it that much that you've heard our criticisms and said, I don't care. And then 20 minutes later, they posted again going, okay, we've taken it all down. We've seen your stuff now. And it's like, imagine the conversations. Someone inside that company must have been going, this NFT shit is shit. People don't like it. We should stop. And someone's gone, nope, it's got to earn us money. It's got to earn us money. We continue. Once they see that it's not gameplay related, they're going to be on our side. They want us to earn money too. And then after they posted it and then got even more shit, they've got, okay, fine. We'll take it down. You were right all along. And I just feel sorry for the people Probably the social team, and it could be wrong. It could be wrong. I know that's very generalizing. I'm going off of that from my angle. Probably the social team are like, if you post that, we are going to get shit again. You might as well just cancel it. And they've gone, no, but it'd be fine. CD Projekt Red posted a game out when it wasn't finished, so we can absolutely talk about it. Oh, it happened to us as well. And then they pulled it down. 20 minutes, according to Ben, between one tweet saying, this is all our plans, we see what you've said, but it's going to be fine, to, okay, we actually see what you've said now, and we're getting rid of it. Which, that's the kind of bit that it shows you that it doesn't need to be there. The comments in our chat yesterday were the NFTs in Stalker 2 don't need to be there. It doesn't need to be an NFT. And if they can change their entire mind, their whole plan, despite fighting back about it 20 minutes earlier, then it shows you that it didn't need to be there. And if you don't need to be there, if you can change your mind in 20 minutes, don't do it. If it's not a crucial thing that only an NFT can offer, it doesn't need it. Your thoughts, babe?
You see, I've got contrasting thoughts on this. Because as much as I'm against NFTs, in general, I do think that they technically have a very small purpose if they are used in the correct way. And I personally feel like what Stalker was doing with their version of an NFT is probably the only acceptable way, because you are paying something to be in. You're paying for a service, and they're giving you a digital receipt. That's the most basic way that I can say it. I think that I have tried to back games, and I have backed games before on Kickstarter, that if you was to donate a certain amount towards the project, you might get an early version of something. You might be included in the producer comments at the end. You might be someone that's contributed so much that you actually get to become a character within the game. And that's usually way priced, way high. Like it's made for the rich. It's made for someone who has too much money to be able to put into something like that. And I think if you have the money and you want to, you're obsessed with a franchise or whatever, you have the ability to be able to do that, and it's something that you want to do, fine, go ahead and do it. What they're doing is they're putting you in the game and technically giving you a digital receipt with a serial number on that you can keep forever. That, if you wanted to sell it and someone was willing to buy it for whatever reason, you have the ability to be able to do that. But what you're technically paying for is you to be in the game, and they're giving you something in return. That's the way that I saw this NFT. And I don't have a problem with that, because even if they didn't offer you an NFT, if they'd have gone onto social media and said, if you want to be in the game, donate £2,000, we will put you in as an NPC. We have 10 up for grabs.
Yeah,
people wouldn't have batted an eyelid about that. But with the fact that that they've said, we'll give you a digital receipt with like a trading card, for instance, with your character's face on, with a serial number that might be worth money, that's completely different. I don't see the difference in it personally.
Yeah, I see the difference, and that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. This is the less harmful of all of the NFT stuff that's been put out, because there's logic to it. That said, does it need to be an NFT? Because you've just said that in that sort of sense, it doesn't need to be an NFT. You can do it through the likes of Kickstarter and things like that, or, as I've mentioned, through community activations. This does, though, is it sets a precedent for, okay, we're going to get rid of community stuff. We know that We've Got Babinho has single-handedly kept Skyrim in business for the last 10 years with all of the copies of the game. We know he's a dedicated fan. We know he loves the game. We also assume he's not a bajillionaire. You're wrong. He's fucking minted. But we assume he's not a bajillionaire. He doesn't have all of the money in the world. So what we're going to do is we're going to honor his service. We're gonna give him a chance to get his face in the game. Also, this guy is a content creator. Maybe not Ninja, but not you now, obviously. This X person is a content creator. Maybe not Ninja, but has been loyal to the game, has been making videos on it for years, probably got a decent number of subscribers. We're going to honor that person by putting that person in the game. Then we're going to do some stuff with our Kickstarters. And the idea of a Kickstarter is you get something back for it, obviously, but it's about supporting the game through development. Stalker has had that. It's well on its way to being delivered. I know it's still an indie developer, and Kickstarters can still fund games after they've been launched 100%. But it's all the idea is you give money to them to bring you the polished game, whereas this is just something completely different. They're gatekeeping by putting it behind a paywall. Do you want to be in the game? Okay, highest bidder speaks first. And that's not fair on the average gamer. If Bibby, who's kept you in business for the last 10 years, is just being usurped because Barry Big Wallet comes along and goes, yeah, I'll get my face in that game. I don't even know what's it called? Sticker? Yeah, Sticker 2? Yeah, I'll have my face in that. I've got the monies. Yes, please. And
is this then because they are already in? It's not an indie game. That's the difference. That's the line in the sand, because they are a studio that's had. There hasn't been a bad Stalker game. There's been 3. They've both been also all 3 of them have been bangers. They've already got the money. Like I say, it's already pretty much there, and this is just something for people to be able to put in. But if this was an indie studio, that this was their first project, would this be a different conversation?
No, see, I don't think it would, because they're still with that conversation of the Kickstarter. There avenues exist for this to be done. It doesn't. There is no benefit for sticking an NFT on it. The only benefit there is that this is something that a studio earns money from, and then earns money from again when it gets sold, and then earns money again when it gets sold. So the only thing different is that they can double, triple, quadruple, whatever dip on that NFT, and in doing that, take it away from people that could get it through other means. So whether it's a large studio or not, I would put this in one of the many existing routes out there. Be that Kickstarters, be that community rewards or whatever. Do both. Get it on Kickstarters and community rewards. That way, people that have money and can back Kickstarters, because Kickstarter is meant to be charitable, obviously. So you do get stuff back for it. And if you're rich, you can buy the top level support on Kickstarters, which gets you usually some cool stuff. Your name in the game, an item, a cosmetic named after you or featuring your whatever. You can design it. You can meet the developers. You get flown out to their studio and they'll take you out for a meal and put you up in a hotel for 2 or 3 days, which is all wonderful stuff. But you need to be donating 6-figure sums for that sort of shit. And most people can't do that. So that is already paywalled. But do some of that stuff with some community stuff alongside it, then okay, that's fine by me. But doing that stuff and then putting it behind NFT paywalls, it's just okay, we want that money and then we want a bit more as well when it gets resold, because we're going to take 10% of that resale value and we're going to take 10% of the resale value after that as well. And it's the 10% and the resale value isn't really a big thing. It's just it doesn't justify it. Like why that route? I mean, the why is the 10% resale value, but that's it. It offers nothing different. Why do that? And that's my issue. It's not. I've got nothing against indie devs or major devs or whatever using some form of NFT, but you have an NFT because you need the NFT function, something that makes it truly collectible, that it can't be done other way. And all we're seeing is studios going, okay, this can earn us money and multiple times, and we can just throw existing stuff into it and take those opportunities away from communities elsewhere to just put it behind an NFT paywall. So, like I said, I don't think this is the worst case out there. I think this is actually probably one of the softer ones and one of the lighter ones. I just don't feel it needs to be still. So I'm not against it. I'm not for it either in that sense. I'm more against it than I am for it because I don't feel it justifies it.
Yeah.
Let me scroll back up. Timeless says, what is it I'm ordering at Costa again? Sorry, I forgot. The purple one. There you go. So when you go in, ask for, it's called a purple head. So you say, I'm here for my purple head. And then, yeah, that's it. They love it. 100%. Video games. Welcome to the ship business side of things. Jumping on trends and fads for a quick buck instead of listening to consumers. Same ones. Anyway, that's the thing for me is like I said in the Discord, I said something this morning. I was still in bed when I wrote it. I can't remember what. It was something along the lines of, I understand their logic. I understand their theory, and I'm not against that. The thing I don't really understand, and I then actually said, I completely do understand. It's money. But the thing I didn't understand is being so steadfast, so hard on your principles. Like, no, that's it. This is it. We have to stick with the NFTs. People have already, argued and spat their dummies out of the pram. They don't want this. But no, we need to stand by our decisions, to then completely uproot everything 20 minutes later. That's the bit I don't understand. That's the bit that I disagree with the most. If you have so much of a hard-on for getting NFTs in your game, and they are so valuable to you, you wouldn't just uproot it all 20 minutes later. And that shows that they aren't that valuable. They can be uprooted within 20 minutes. They know full well that, okay, we'll just get on Kickstarter and raise 100 grand that way instead. Nice. Okay, yeah, all right, fine. Didn't need to do NFTs, did we? No, but we wanted to. Okay, all right, well, we'll stop it. And it's like, if you've got to that point where you've written out, and like the assets, exclamation mark Discord in the chat, if you go into Discord and look at the comments that Ben posted, the first one was a fucking wall of writing, and they even say in their last paragraph, apologies for it being so long. We didn't intend for this post to be this long, but we just wanted to be transparent and share everything with you. 20 minutes later, okay, yeah, we've stopped it all. Why didn't you just get to that 20 minutes sooner? You'd have saved yourself an essay, and you'd have saved yourself a few bridges being burned. But they have reversed it, so I'm happy to unburn the bridges in that sort of sense. They were trying. They are small-ish developers. They have a good product that they want to turn into an amazing product, and the money that NFTs potentially can unlock for a studio could massively help with that. So I applaud them for chasing the paper, chasing the bag. Fair enough. You tried, it didn't work. You didn't realize straight away, but you have realized, and it's gone. We will never have to play with that. So from our perspective, it doesn't change anything. We've not got the game yet. They're not in it yet. It doesn't matter. Crack on. So it's fine. Although you try that shit again, I'm going to remember that shit. Fucking damn straight. Okay. Where did we get to? Right, sorry, gents. Off for coffee with the missus. Have a lovely weekend. Catch you all soon. Thanks for the episodes and entertainment as always, gents. Remember, ask for the purple head. Nice. My issue is precedent. You allow this form of NFT, it slowly creeps in and becomes the norm. I don't trust publishers to draw a line in the sand. I agree. I mean, I'm going to sneeze as well. So over to you, babe. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, again, I'm still impartial to this. Like, I don't believe it's cut and dry. I believe that if someone wanted to, they can do that. I agree. It should. My concept has always been on this basis that it's done as a Kickstarter campaign, and they have tend to be able to get sold or something like that. I always think that model is so much better. But the NFTs in general has just been muddied now. Like, there's no viable option for people to be able to say that's a good thing. I think as soon as you mention NFTs now, that's it. It's automatically a bad thing. Like, it doesn't matter what you do with it, even if it's the best thing possible with it. You put NFT in the name, people don't like it. There's a lot of ways that these have been distributed horrendously. But I do believe that they can be used for good as well. I mean, we've used examples a couple of times now that if all NFTs were in a central place and you had them as like a trading card kind of thing, and you could earn them as you go along and not just something that you have to pay for, that would be amazing. But I think at this moment in time, as soon as you mention, regardless of whether or not you're a game or not, NFT, I think people just automatically assume that it's going to be a horrendous decision. Again, with stuff like this, I'm impartial if you are paying for a service rather than just, and it's something that you get a digital receipt for, not just something that you're going to be using to sell on later on. I understand that if you was to sell it on, Stalker would probably get a cut of it. In my opinion, so what? Like, that doesn't bother me. It doesn't. It just doesn't bother me at all. I understand that this is going to be something that's going to go along, and I can see Tito in there saying, like, if EA released a number of Aguero cards when he retired, imagine how much the money they'd sell him for. I don't like it. Yeah, I understand that, and I understand that's a capitalist market. But if someone wants to spend the money on something, they'll spend the money on something. Whether or not it be a new fucking coffee machine or a brand new car, a brand new Mercedes car, you can't tell people how to spend their money. Even if you do kick back and you don't like how they're spending their money, people will spend it on whatever they want.
The thing is as well is like using Aguero as an example. There are those Panini packs, like I say Panini, this fucking cards from everything now, and you'll get like autograph cards that have a bit of the that bit of a shirt patch in it as well or whatever, and that is a physical item that has been signed by Kylian Mbappe and features a clipping of his PSG or a PSG shirt. Maybe, I don't know if it's one of his or whatever. I don't know how they work. I'm not that asked. But that is a finite article. There is only so many of them. The issue with NFTs is there doesn't need to be a finite article. So you are creating an artificial barrier for a lot of stuff there. Like most stuff like those. Okay, we're only going to make 10 cards. Why? You can just put an extra zero on the end of that as you're coding it, and we'll have 100 of them. Or press it a few more times, and there's tons of them. And you do that. Why are you doing that? Profit. That's why. And that the issue there is
JB did it with his hat. JB did it with his hat when he made like 50 buy better no hats. Didn't know how much to sell them for. I said, whatever my car fills up at from 0 to whatever the fuel cap is on it, that's how much you're going to sell my hat for. And he sold it for like £110 because that's how much it cost him to fill up his car. Like, yeah, I don't think everyone's going to agree on this one, and that's cool. Yeah. It's video games or whatever money you earn. It's your money. Do whatever the fuck you want with it, and obviously people will be left out. But I missed out on a buy better no hat because I didn't have £111 on it. I still seem quite bitter about it, and I absolutely am because they do not exist anywhere else. But that's the world that we live in. If you can't afford it, then and you don't have the money for it. I hate to say, but it's kind of tough shit.
Exclamation mark hats in the chat, by the way. If you're interested in buying one of these hats that I'm wearing, we're not going to charge you £110. It'll probably be more like 10.
It's 112.
Yeah, more like 10%. Probably a bit more than 10%, but still. Mr. T has a good comment here, which is pretty much where my feelings are. History shows that when video games companies focus on stuff outside of their remit that don't make sense, usually doesn't work in the long run. TV comes to mind. 100%. Absolutely.
I agree with that. Absolutely.
And that is where I sit with NFTs. Were Xbox wrong and did it hurt them for a generation? Yes. Were Xbox wrong in the long run? Who watches Netflix on their console or has watched Netflix on their console or could and would be happy to watch Netflix on their console? Me. Who watches Twitch on their console? Me. Who has, and doesn't use it very often because I've got smart TVs, but who has the Twitch app, the Netflix app, Disney Plus app or whatever on their consoles? Me. I have those. Xbox got there too soon and pushed it in ways that didn't need to be done. And there's been multiple other things like that where things have come along that is different, that is new, that is scary, potentially could cost things, could change the way that I live my life right now. Free-to-play was a sin. You mentioned free-to-play as in your game. It was like, free-to-play, I don't trust you. You are not giving me things for free because there's going to be paywalls or microtransactions. Microtransactions is another word that people, even now, still don't like. But you go back 10 years ago, that you didn't even need to say the word microtransaction. You could have just spat in someone's mouth and you would have had the same reaction. Microtransaction? No. But now people are a lot more open to it. And that's the thing with NFTs. I genuinely, this is why I keep prefacing all these conversations with, I'm not entirely against NFTs. I've not seen something that gives me the idea that this is something I want in video games. But I didn't want TV. I didn't want free-to-play, and I didn't want microtransactions. But they all have changed the world of video games, and not entirely for the worse. A lot of it is good stuff too, and I think NFTs have that potential. But right now, people are just throwing shit at it and hoping it sticks. And like Tito says, it's the precedence, though. If you let the shit stuff stick, then that's all we'll get. So push back and get stuff that makes it worthwhile. That's when I'll be happy with it. You can put people in the game and do stuff with community without having NFTs. It was a shite decision. Good that they overturned it, says Mr. T. Tito says, as people keep saying, NFTs aren't required to do this. For fuck's sake, ask him to get out of my head. So many better ways of doing it than jumping on this this shite quick bookmaking NFT trend. I hate it. You've done the EA one, so I'll leave that one. But Mr. C says, people would be far more willing and understanding if this was a Kickstarter, the thing, as you said. Tears and one of the thing, Tears and one. Oh, there we go. Your second one, Kickstarter thing, and if I get you. So yeah, nice bit of viral marketing too. I get it. Damn typing on an iPhone. Yeah, I know. Exactly what you said. NFTs are these, in most cases, artificially unique items, and in a video gaming sense that just doesn't work where it should be as level playing field as possible. Yeah, we spoke about Nintendo. Basically, they made some NFTs last year or earlier this year. Yeah, we're going to sell you games. They're going to run until March, April, and then it'll stop. Anything after that, it just won't exist again. Why? Just because we can. They artificially made NFTs before they even knew about it, and it was shit, and we hated it. And it's like, why did you do that? You've got a product that you've made expensive because you've made it finite in a digital platform where it should be infinite. Why? Because profits. And that is the thing. We should still absolutely 100% stand up against microaggressions like that. I still hate microtransactions if they were symbiotic and harmonious with games, but it's not. The focus is on gimmicks first, and that's the thing though. Like a lot of microtransactions are harmonious. I can't, but I won't listen to conversations for anyone telling me that microtransactions in Fortnite aren't harmonious, because they will usually come in and go, but parents, they saw kids on the playground, that and so on. That's social situations that are at fault. Fortnite's system with microtransactions, I mean, I don't play the game, but I still agree with their system. That said, downloaded it and updated it again last night because you know, but yeah, that for me is balanced. There's a good balance in there. And they have all sorts of other systems like the Fortnite Club thing where you get a monthly subscription and you get they give you in-game currency and stuff for free, plus free skins and so on. They have multiple different models and are pushing microtransactions forward. They actively got rid of loot crates, whereas PUBG actively put them in and then made them worse and stuff like that. But yeah, I agree. Microtransactions are fine. It's like guns don't kill people, rappers do. Microtransactions aren't bad, publishers are, or developers are, or whatever. That's what it is. Wow. It's not the tool, it's how it's being used. For me, I don't like NFTs because, for the most part, they seem to charge over the odds for something that's so trivial that if it was something that was done in bricks and mortar shop, you wouldn't put up with it. It's novelty though, isn't it? Right now, it's a fledgling platform trying to find its feet. So people are buying shit pictures of apes for 300 grand. Get out! If you gave me that, even if it was 300 grand, I wouldn't print it off and put it on my wall. I know, obviously, that can defeat its point because it's not digital, but I wouldn't want it on my wall, let alone digitally as well. So I'm not paying for it. Get the fuck out. Ubisoft XP boosters make a game unnecessarily grand to push you to buy them. Yeah, so that's what I like to say. It's not the microtransaction though. It's whoever's holding the gun. Cosmetics are fine. That's a choice. Everything else can get in the bin. I agree. To an extent. Obviously, there is caveats within that, because if games are free to play and so on, not always should that be cosmetics. There's a difference between having microtransactions for progressions and add-ons as opposed to having them as pay to win and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, anyway, that's a whole different conversation. We'll put a pin in that one though. Move into our next conversation. Enough negativity from businesses taking liberties with us, and let's jump into a conversation about CD Projekt and Cyberpunk. Yeah, nice. Josh Coulson at The Gamer says CD Projekt Red pays investors $1.85 million to settle lawsuit. The cost of launching Cyberpunk unfinished continues to mount up. And so it should. 1 year on from the launch of Cyberpunk 2077, don't make me get into the drawer, I'll grab it. It's still in its cellophane wrapper. I don't know if you've noticed, but it is. So 1 year on from the launch of Cyberpunk 2077, and the highly anticipated game finally looks like it might actually have a bright future. CD Projekt Red has been rolling out as many patches as it possibly can, and Cyberpunk has even received positive reviews from some of its players. Cyberpunk certainly isn't where CDPR and its players envisioned it would be 1 year in, but it's a darn sight better than it was at this time 12 months ago. CDPR has now drawn a line under another big Cyberpunk issue, or at least is in the process of doing so. GamesIndustry.biz reports the studio has reached a settlement with investors who filed a lawsuit against it for the state of Cyberpunk at launch. CDPR will pay its investors $1.85 million, citing, quote, duration and costs related to further legal proceedings in the US as one of the reasons for settling. AKA, yeah, we didn't release a shit game. We just want to pay to stop the court case. That's it. Honest, Your Honor. Although a settlement has been reached, the lawsuit isn't quite over yet. It will take several months to complete. At which point the suit can firmly be left in CDPR's past. The reason investors felt the need to take CDPR to court over Cyberpunk was due to the belief that they were misled over the shape the game was in at launch. It was labelled as unplayable by some, with CDPR even admitting that the PS4 version of the game didn't get the focus it needed during development. And that's the key thing. They've admitted that they didn't give it the focus that it needed, but told investors that it will be perfect. So you've said one thing and not delivered it. They were always going to lose this. So naturally, they were going to settle. There would have been an incredibly tough decision to make for CDPR higher-ups in 2020. Whether to delay Cyberpunk again, almost a decade after it was originally announced, or launch it in an unfinished state. The studio opted for the latter, and in hindsight, that was the wrong path to take. Obviously. Not only does CD Projekt Red find itself having to pay out almost $2 million to its investors, but the company also lost $1 billion over the Cyberpunk fiasco. Problems stemming from the game launching before it was ready include being delisted from PlayStation Store and other things. We don't need to go through that stuff. We've talked it all over the last few months, many, many times, but another $2 million almost gone because they chose to release a game in its unfinished state. What are your thoughts, babe?
Do you think that? I actually thought this would be a little bit more. I thought they'd end up paying a lot more. Is this because the game didn't sell as much? I feel like if they didn't have all of the refund policies and stuff like that, this could have maybe pushed 3 or 4 mil. But 1.85, I feel like because of the catastrophe that it was, I feel like it could have been a little bit more.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think maybe because it's investors, that these people don't necessarily want to have a bad relationship with CDPR, just like CDPR don't want to piss these people off either. It's probably one of those where they're not happy that they should have had more money, but still see CDPR and Cyberpunk as a cash cow. There's all the Witcher stuff coming and stuff as well. They probably still want to be in their good books. They probably still want to have a relationship going forward. $1.85 billion is a chunk of cash. We'll take it as an extra win. They probably still have earned money on their investment. They probably just haven't earned as much as they can. So a $1.85 million payout, they're probably thinking, okay, well, that's a good chunk, and is a good sign for us going forward that, yeah, okay. It might even just be a case of the investors are it's probably more the sentiment. We're not even asked about the money. We want you to know that we're asked about the decisions. So we want to invest in your company going forward. Sort that shit out. It's probably more like that sort of thing, I'd imagine. Chippy dinner for me today, says Iceman. Nietzsche says gravy. Iceman says no.
Yes, that's Iceman.
Okay, questions. Gravy on your fish and chips. Thoughts?
Absolutely.
100%. A lot of people.
Why wouldn't you?
A lot of people say no. I mean, I understand.
What's worse than a dry chip?
I understand if people are going to go for like a curry sauce or something like that, because if you've got gravy and curry sauce on the same meal, or beans and whatever, weirdos. But yeah, there are some people that are deficient that choose other options. Like Tito. Fuck no, get out. Tito says, gotta go. Works, Christmas lunch. Happy scooping y'all. Thank you very much for dropping in, Tito. I love you. Go get some gravy on your fish and chips, love. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. Let us know how much your gravy tub costs and we'll pay it. We'll put 50p in the moderator pot for you, love. Got you. Do we have a moderator pot? I don't think we do we?
No, I thought that was going to be his first response. Do you have a moderator pot?
Nietzsche says, get in the sea. Get out of here. Aspen says, don't like fish, don't like gravy, don't like curry sauce. What? So, you don't like fish? What are you having? Are you having sausage and chips then? I suppose you can still call it chippy dinner if you, but you can't say chippy dinner on a Friday and not have fish. What is this? What is this? God damn. No, do give us the breakdown though. Now you've said that, you have to give us the breakdown of what you're having. Give us the details. Whilst you're doing that, I will put a pin in this CD Projekt Red story and continue to move forward because we are over time, just for a change. Massive Back 4 Blood patch brings offline progression, rebalances all 3 difficulties and more. This is written by Sherif Saed at VG247. Says you can now make solo progression while playing Back 4 Blood offline and even more. Excuse me. And enjoy even more difficulties. Today, Back 4 Blood's last update of the year rolls out across platforms. This is a major patch promised back in November, and it comes with a number of player-requested features as well as an overhaul to the game's difficulties. The December update will go live today at 6 p.m. UK on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. And the biggest new addition is the official arrival of offline campaign progression, allowing players to play the full campaign and make progress without needing an internet connection. This is something many have been asking for since launch. The patch also introduces a new card type called burn cards. These can be acquired from the new roving merchant supply lines, available for a limited time. Burn cards can be played at every safe room, and they offer temporary effects such as currency bonuses, resistance boosts, and instant healing. You can expect other normal cards to join the roster in before NFT burn cards, just saying. The patch's other major addition is a complete rebalance of Back 4 Blood's 3 difficulty levels. When playing on Recruit, you'll notice higher damage resistance, more currency bonuses, heal bonuses, and trauma heal bonuses for every continue. Veteran has had its friendly fire damage tweaked. Player base, health, damage, and ammo have all been increased too. You'll also heal trauma in every safe room by default, and you'll get more currency on continues and a big healing bonus. First aid cabinets now support 2 free uses too, and finally, alerting sleepers will no longer call a horde. Nightmare has seen most of the changes. Like Veteran, the friendly fire damage has been adjusted. Special Ridden will now deal significantly less damage to players, and so will Common Ridden. First aid cabinets now have 1 free use, and the trauma penalty from in-caps has been cut to 5. When being attacked, you will stumble less on Nightmare. There are even more balances to... Do you know what? I'll stop. There are tweaks and balances. You can play single player offline. A game that is already good has had a bunch of extra stuff put into it. It's better if you're playing on your own, and if you want to play at different difficulty level with friends, that will be better too, due to more rebalancing, making the game just a bit more varied. And that's kind of one of the things I seem to remember. The early conversations are it was too easy or too hard, and like any game, it's had a few rebalances, so that should make it a bit more sturdy going forward. What are your thoughts, babe?
Yeah, it feels like the balancing's just come a little bit too late in the single player stuff. A little bit too late. It probably could have come out the gate a little bit quicker. But albeit this is still a fantastic game, and definitely one that I had down as one of my games of the year, being a massive Left 4 Dead fan. This is a very, very, very good and enjoyable game. Like, obviously, we played through the beta twice. We streamed it twice, and then I streamed it, I think, twice more. Like, it's a fantastic game, especially when you're playing with friends. Like, when you've been playing with the computer or other people previously, it's been a bit of a slog because people don't share ammo, they won't res you and things like that. It just becomes a nightmare. But being able to have computer that are actually able to assist you now makes that choice a little bit better going back to it now, because I know that I won't have to go through all that infuriating stuff that I did before. So yeah, it's a shame that it's taken so long, but look at what time it's coming out, the Christmas period, and most people are going to be at home and looking to play games with their friends over Christmas if they're not out. Well, at this rate, we're all going to be locked down again, so who knows? But if they're not out this Christmas, they've got another game into the mix for you to be able to play. Massive news.
Nice. I was laughing along with you then when you went, oh, well, I'll be locked down again, but I was muted again because I was blowing my nose. So there you go. Well, maybe I'll be locked down if I carry on muting my mic at this rate. Jumping back to Cyberpunk, Mr. T says, re-Cyberpunk, this must have been super embarrassing for CDPR after they said he played it and enjoyed it, which I'd not seen this. So this is a clip of the, I think it's the Verge interview, if I'm sourcing it correctly, but this is actually posted by T. Martin on Twitter, and it's Keanu Reeves being asked a question. I'm assuming they're asking if he's played Cyberpunk, so let's have a listen. Audio nice.
Do you play video games?
No.
No, really?
No.
Even Cyberpunk?
No, I mean, I've seen demonstrations, but I've never played it.
Do you play games? No. Not even Cyberpunk. No, I've seen demonstrations, but I've never played it. Boom, and then a news article from the gamer comes up. Cyberpunk says Keanu Reeves has played it, and in brackets, and he loves it. Of course he has. Yeah, mate. Yeah, absolutely.
Why lie about stuff like that?
Just the lies upon lies upon lies. It's the shithousery of it. Yes, investors, we're going to release a great game. Yes, consumers, Keanu loves it as well. Yeah, and it's like, no, the game you made a shit decision. It's as simple as that. Do you know what? You're fixing it, so fair play for that, but you done fucked up. And you can guarantee CD Projekt Red won't be fucking up like that again. $1 billion of loss. Don't get me wrong, they're still probably $1 billion up on everything, but still, $1 billion is not something a business can take without noticing. That kind of loss would end most businesses. And they're still there, so yeah. Nice. Pink custard. What kind of bizarre creature? The type whose diet was really fucked by bad school dinners. Isn't that honestly in Teletubbies? What, you only got pink custard? You never got pink custard? We had chocolate custard and pink custard and normal custard.
Mint chocolate.
We never had the mint, and I probably
Green.
I'm not a big fan of mint. Oh no, actually, yeah. Now you said that, yeah, I do remember it actually. Like a light limey green sort of colour.
Yeah. It looked like CD UK or SMTV. SMTV snot. Yeah.
It was a step part of dinners up north in the 90s. It was really late 90s, early 2000s for me. He does love it as a paycheck. He does. He absolutely adored it. To be fair, I think that's the shit thing. Is Keanu Reeves is gonna Keanu Reeves. He's not gonna lie. His whole mantra is being honest and being upfront and being open. He's not just a corporate shill. He will sell his likeness and his identity because he's an actor. He's a star. But he's not gonna bullshitly lie and go, "Yep, great game," because that would be a lie. And he's clearly had the opportunity to lie, and he's just gone, no, I never played it. So up yours, mate. Up yours. That's dirty. That is dirty. Absolutely. I'm glad you've had to pay $1 billion if you can just lie so brazenly. Have that. I can confirm pink custard was a thing, although I now look like a bearded Teletubby. Yeah. You got to earn the name, Fat Man Dave. There we go. Anyway, moving ahead, we're going to pick up the pace because we have to finish things up. This is the last story of the day. Chris Scullion at VGC, and this is a good one for you guys that are after free games. The Epic Games Store is giving users unlimited £10 vouchers for 3 weeks. We spoke about this the other day. We did assume it might happen again, and it is. Every game priced $13.99 in pounds or more will have a coupon automatically applied. Woo! So the Epic Games Store has launched a new Epic voucher promotion which gives players endless £10 discounts on eligible game purchases. All users with an Epic Games Store account have been automatically granted a couple for £10 or the equivalent currency in other regions. This entitles them to £10 off any full game that costs at least, I'll just say £14, once any sale discounts have already been applied. The twist is that the voucher is applied to every game in a user's shopping cart when they check out. This means if you have 3 eligible games in your cart, you get £30 off. And if you have 7 games, you get £70 off. Once the transaction is made, users will then get another £10 voucher, which means that they can repeat the process. The store is also hosting a winter sale, meaning some games have already been heavily discounted. As long as their price after discounts is more than $13.99, the voucher can still be applied. As a result, users can currently buy Death's Door for £5, Assassin's Creed Odyssey for £5, Disco Elysium for £8, Death Stranding for £11, and Cyberpunk for £20. Wow. Oh, fine. Nice. At the time of writing, the Epic Games Store is experiencing crashes and timeout errors, presumably due to the number of users trying to make use of the deal. Doesn't surprise me. Big deals. Mm-hmm. Final line there is that the store is also giving away 1 free game a day for the next 15 days, starting with Shenmue 3 today. The next game isn't yet known, with Epic simply marketing it as a mystery game. So is it? I think it'll still be Shenmue now until about 5 o'clock tonight, if I'm right. 4 o'clock tonight-ish.
Let's have a look.
So, yeah. Log into Epic Games Store on your PC, in your browser, whatever. Redeem Shenmue, profit, and then get the other one later on. And then keep doing the same thing every day for the next 15 or so days. Get all the freebies. How cool is that, babe?
Amazing. Like, Epic, they don't have to do this. Like, they've already got the winter collection now up there for the sales stuff. Like, this is the best time to be able to catch up on games that you've potentially not been able to get through this year if you was looking at picking them up at a discounted price. Like, Epic Games Store is I think it is the best launcher, especially obviously considering it's on PC. But for you to be able to get games for free or at a severely discounted price, and then whacking another £10 voucher on top of it. This is genuinely why I asked you before if you was getting PC parts for Christmas, because I was going to link you to this for you to be able to go on and have a look and see what games that you potentially not picked up this year that you might want to be able to play through. But yeah, this is mega. It genuinely is the best. I sent it to Bamber as well, and he was all over it.
Yeah, I'm not getting any PC parts for Christmas, although RAM is the thing that's at the top of my list. If I get like I think I've got 16 gig at the moment, so I want to jump up to 32 of higher speeds DDR4 RAM, just so that it less chuggy. That would probably mean I can run the stream and better resolution / better PC games at the same time. Unlocks more things. Like there was my PC can do a lot, but my PC is doing a lot. In running the stream, I have OBS, I have voice mod, I have Wavelink, I have Stream Deck, I have Streamlabs chatbot, I have Stream Labels. When I'm using my foot pedal, I have the software for that running. I will have Discord video call running at the same time. Probably a browser, which is running Chrome, which is eating every bit of RAM, all at the same time. So if I'm doing all of that and playing a game on the PC, it can chug. So yeah.
It is still there till 4 p.m. You're right. That's when the next one will go live straight afterwards.
Nice. So get Shenmue 3 added to your library, and then at 4 p.m. get the next one. Keep doing it every day. Get the free stuff. We aren't. Do you know what? We should make a fucking Epic Creator Code account. We should get a full-on Epic.
Do they give you one, or can you create one?
I don't actually know. I think you can create. I've seen smaller channels with codes, so I'll be surprised if we can't get one. Well, do you know, we should make a Creator Code, and you can all add that, because that'll add to us getting revenue, and then we can add to Bibby's Lambo collection, which would be nice. Yeah, nice. So yeah, Epic Games. Every game that's over 14 quid, you can save 10 quid on. So add 7 games, save 70 quid, as it mentioned within the article. Nice. For someone who makes a career from lying, I can confirm that pink custard was a thing, although I now look like a bearded teller. Oh, I've read that one. Also, I find myself in an interesting situation. I know something I can get my dad for his birthday, but not Christmas. Which comes first? So you want to get your dad something for his birthday, but just get it. Just get it now. Get it in. Job's a good one. Save it. Does it? Nice. When's his birthday? A month after. So then Christmas comes first. The word is... we've got a fight in the chat. Nietzsche and Iceman. Rumble. But yeah, that's it. Okay. Well, see if he figures out if he's going to buy a present or not. Just buy it. You got to buy it anyway. Just get it. We are going to disappear though. Thank you. We appreciate you dropping in for another week of scoops. That's another week down. Just a reminder, we only have 2 left. Monday and Tuesday next week. After Tuesday, the schedule is kaput. There is no guarantee that any stream will take place, be that an evening one or a weekend one. We will stream where we can fit streams in throughout Christmas, but we're spending time with family and loved ones, and we would absolutely 100% encourage you guys to do the same. If you do want to know when we go live, though, obviously hitting follow on any of the social channels or on Twitch, you will either get tweets or live notifications from Twitch to let you know that we're live. Obviously, the Discord does have live alerts as well if you do want to get involved in that sort of way. There are still streams, though, before then. I am not streaming this weekend. I am off to the races. Nice. Sweet. Hey. But Bibby will be streaming this weekend, Sunday, right? Bibby, is it Halo Fun Times?
It is Halo Fun Times. So if you guys do have your free copy of Halo, because it is free on PC or on Games Pass, then yeah, if you're in our Discord, I will be hollering people I'll put a roll call out on Sunday morning. If people are up and they want to play, that's absolutely fine. I'm not going to be hounding people to come and play. That's not in anybody's business. They don't want me messaging them at 9:30 in the morning saying, do you want to play some Halo? I will put a roll call out in our Discord on Sunday morning. If you're up and about and you want to play some Halo, let's team up.
Yeah. The races finished last weekend, Kappa. I mean, don't give a shit. I'm off to the bar. so whatever. It could be a car, could be a horse, could be a dog, for all I know. I'm not bothered. I'm off to the booze. Nice. Before we go, though, Mr. Bibb, is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
Yeah, again, thank you very much to each and every one of you that have joined us for this week's episodes of The Scoop. But we only have 2 more left, and they begin on Monday next week. So if you want to help shape those shows, there is 2 ways that you can do so. First of all, find us on social media. It is at Ice Cream Uploads across all major social media platforms. Or alternatively, get involved with our Discord. If you are watching this in any of our on-demand services, go into the description below. All we need from you is a URL plus your thoughts and impressions. We will then give you our thoughts and impressions on the very next show, which will be at what time on Monday? Mr. Graham Day.
10 a.m. ish. 10 a.m. ish. 10 a.m. ish. Could be 12. Could be 6:30. You never know. The only way to know really is to follow us on Twitch and social media, and you get the notifications that way. But that's it from us. Stick around. We are going to raid one of our friends. You will get sprinkles. The channel points down there. If you stick around for the raid, plus we'll make someone's day. So stick along, drop into their stream. Do make sure you drop in the chat and say hello, and then stick around or go away. It's up to you. Just stick around for the raid to get the sprinkles. That's it, though. Have yourselves a fantastic day. We love you very much. Until the next time, stay
frosty.